All right, so this is video 3, and in this one I'm going to go over some advanced editing techniques just very quickly, mostly keyboard stuff. So, like I said, plus and minus, we'll zoom in, backslash, not the slash by the question mark, but the one with the above the return key usually, will fit your entire timeline to the view. So if I am zoomed way in and working here and I just want to see what it looks like, I can toggle out to here and then toggle back into where I was, just hitting backslash back and forth. So it's one key as a toggle. That's great. Now let's say there's something I want to trim in here, and I want to move something down. Let's say I'm going to cut away to her right after he comes in, and I'll cut away to her. I'm going to slice this. I can use the razor blade over here like this and slice it, or undo that. Or use the Control or Command K, Command on the Mac, Control on the PC, K, and that makes a slice there. Now what I can actually do is I can say, okay, cool, I'm just going to start right where he closes that door. And I'm going to go like this. So look at my mouse here, how it's red. If I hold down the Control key on the keyboard or the Command key on the Mac, it turns yellow. And if I mouse over the break between them, I get this kind of shift tool. We're not going to really go over that right now. But this one, the yellow one, is very handy. I'm going to drag and hold, and what it will do is ripple edit. So I'll find the spot. I'm looking at the video, and as soon as it locks in where I want it, I let go, and look, it ripple edited everything down here. So now I didn't have to reshuffle everything downstream because I trimmed out some frames. Likewise, now let's say I don't want this whole opening here, I don't want this clip at all, I can right click and hit ripple delete. Now if I just hit delete on the keyboard like this, it just leaves this empty space, and I don't want that. So if I click this and go ripple delete, now it shifts everything down and gets rid of that clip. Do you see the difference? So that's great. So now the scene actually starts with this.
I like.
That's good. And so if I was cutting from the outside and they went inside, I wouldn't show them showing up inside the door here. I would actually just have them already closing the door inside the space. So that's better. All right, so that's ripple delete. Another one that's handy is if I am working with two tracks like this and I want to turn these off so I can see what's happening underneath here. So here's my cutaway. Use the little eyeballs, just like Photoshop. If you're familiar with layers in Photoshop, I can turn this off. That video is still there, but I'm not seeing it. And so now I can go and figure out exactly where I want to cut away. It particularly helps with continuity. You can see how she doesn't quite have the sheets out there yet. And over here, she's got it out. So maybe what I'll do is have it cut to that. Something like that.
Pretty cool of your dad to spring for all this.
He's not rich or anything like Ali's dad.
That's not what I meant. Sorry.
So there. So now, now you see there's a break here. If I go here and ripple delete, it'll pop all the way in. So that doesn't work when there's separate track video like that. But I can, with my snap on, which is this magnet over here, drag this and just have it snap to that part. Now let's say I had a bunch more clips. I'm just going to grab a piece of footage from here. Now I have these two pieces here, and if I want to get this to snap into place, again I can't ripple delete because it collapses the whole thing. But if I want this to snap in, you're like, oh, well now I got to move everything downstream. If this was a 20-minute video, that would take forever. So instead of just grabbing one clip at a time, you can click and hold and drag a bunch, or you use this tool right here, which says track select forward tool, which is also the A in the keyboard. Click select that. Now everything downstream from where you grab is movable, and you can snap that in there. So I'm sure you can imagine what would happen if I had I hit V on the keyboard, got to my select tool. Let's say I copy this, copy. I'm using my down arrow keys, V, 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 V. So here's my whole edit. And if I have to move just this one, because I want to trim it in a little bit, I don't have to skate all those down. Yeah, I could move one and then ripple delete the next ones, but it's a little easier if I go to this track forward tool, and now look, it grabs all of them. So take advantage of that. Now also, if you are trying to get a frame accurate edit because of some continuity thing that you're trying to snap together, you can see how her hand comes up and then it's up there. Maybe I don't want that. So what I'll do is I can turn off my snap right here. Then with my track forward tool, drag in just a couple frames and try that again. Yeah, see? It's like actually too many frames, so I'm gonna go back like 2 frames. If I have the snap, it kind of, you can't get that accuracy. But if I have snap turned off, then I can actually move 1 frame at a time. So something like that. Now if we play that,
Sorry.
now our hands match. Pretty good, huh?
Sorry.
We'll fix the audio in the next video. Also, save often.